we are going to see 2.2, what do all acids and all bases have in common. In section 2.1, we have seen that all acids have similar chemical properties, which leads to this similarity in properties. We saw in activity 2.3 that all acids generate hydrogen gas on reacting with the metals. We have seen that all acids generate hydrogen gas, yes or no? So, on reacting with the metals, acid and metal reaction, which gas is produced? Hydrogen gas. So, hydrogen seems to be common to all the acids. So, H plus is the constituent which is similar into all the acids. If you will see H2SO4, HNO3, HCl, H is the main constituent of the acid, yes or no? So, when it reacts with metals, any acid react with metals, what it produces? What it produces? It produces hydrogen gas, understood? Let us perform an activity to investigate whether all the compounds containing hydrogen are acidic. Now, in figure 2.3, what is given? Acid solution in water conducts electricity. Dilute HCl has given. Dilute means in concentrated HCl, some drops of water has added. So, HCl has become dilute. Diluted HCl is given in the figure 2.3 in the beaker, yes or no? And from this, electricity is passed. Understood? So, if you will see that the bulb lightens, yes or no? 6-volt battery is also added. Switch is also there provided. Beaker is there. In the beaker, diluted HCl is given. 2 nails are given for the rubber cork. This is rubber cork, and electricity is produced. Take solutions of glucose, alcohol, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, etc. Fix 2 nails of the cork and place the cork in the 100 ml beaker. Connect the nails to the 2 terminals of 6-volt battery through a bulb and a switch as shown in the figure 2.3. Now pour some dilute HCl in the beaker and switch on the current. Repeat the dilute sulfuric acid. After dilute HCl acid, same experiment you can do by taking dilute sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Understood? What do you observe? Repeat the experiment separately with glucose and alcohol also. CH3OH, alcohol. Any alcohol you can use, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, any alcohol. Glucose, C6H12O6 you can use. What do you observe now? Does the bulb glow in these cases? In glucose and in alcohols? No. Ions are formed. That is why they don't glow. But HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, acetic acid, CH3COOH, these can pass the electricity, yes or no? And bulb glows. Understood? But alcohol and glucose, they are unable to pass the electricity. That's why what happens? Bulb cannot be glowed. Understood? Now we are going to see next activity. The bulb will, here is, it is given here. The bulb will start glowing in the case of acids as shown in the figure 2.3. But you will observe the glucose and alcohol solutions do not conduct electricity. Just now I have told. Glowing of the bulb indicates that there is a flow of electric current through the solution. The electric current is carried through the acidic solution by ions. Yes or no? Ion formation is done. To produce electricity, to carry electricity, what is needed? Ions are needed, yes or no? So, electric current, what it, after passing the electric current, acidic solutions, what they do? The formation of ions take place. Acids contain H plus ion as a cation and anions such as Cl minus. HCl means, in the HCl what comes? H plus ion and Cl minus ions. Plus cation minus anion. Cl minus means chlorine anion and hydrogen is the cation, positively charged ions. Positively charged ions are known as cations. and negatively charged ions are known as anions. So Cl is negatively charged, right? It is anion, and cation is hydrogen, because hydrogen is positively charged ion. Understood? So these two ions are formed. Understood? Now what we are going to see here, HNO3, acids contain H plus ions as cation and anions are Cl minus. So HCl, NO3 minus in HNO3 and H plus NO3 minus, SO4 2 minus in H2SO4. Yes or no? H plus SO4 2 minus. CH3COH, CH3 plus CO minus. So these two cations and anions are formed. Yes or no? Where? In the acids. Since the cations present in the acid is H plus. This suggests that acids produce hydrogen ions, H plus aqueous in solution, which are responsible for the acidic properties. H plus ions are responsible for the acidic properties. Repeat the same activity using alkalis such as sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, etc. What can you conclude from the results in this activity? NaOH, OH is the main constituent, yes or no, of bases. H is the main constituent of acids, but OH is the main constituent of bases. And which bases dissolve in water? Those are known as alkalis. Bases which dissolves in water are known as alkalis. Calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, these are alkalis because they dissolve in water. Understood? Some bases dissolve. All bases, they don't dissolve, but sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, they can dissolve in water, so they are known as alkalis. So what can you conclude from the results of this activity? We are going to see now. What happens to an acid or a base in water solution? Do acids produce ions only in aqueous solution? Let us test this. Here, preparation of HCl gas is given. Take about 1 gram of solid NaCl in a clean and dry test tube and set up the apparatus as shown in the figure 2.4. 2.4 figure is given, and what you have to take? You have to take 1 gram of solid NaCl, common salt, meat, in clean and dry test tube and set up the apparatus as shown in the figure. Add some concentrated sulfuric acid to the test tube. So add some concentrated sulfuric acid, means no water present in the sulfuric acid, H2SO4, NaCl plus H2SO4. This reaction is going in this hard test tube. What do you observe? Is there a gas coming out of the delivery tube? From this delivery tube, after reaction, gases, if any gas is seen to come out, NaCl plus H2SO4. Test the gas evolved successively with dry and wet blue litmus paper. Both the litmus paper you have to see. You have to take for the checking, yes or no. Dry and wet blue litmus paper, both names. Only blue litmus paper is given. Dry and, but 2 litmus paper you have to take, dry also and wet also. In which case does the litmus paper change the color? On the basis of the above activity, what do you infer about the acidic character of dry HCl gas and HCl solution? Dry HCl gas? No. HCl solution? Yes. If the climate is humid, you will have to pass a gas produced through the guard tube, drying tube, containing calcium hydroxide to dry the gas. Now, this experiment, what it suggests? This experiment suggests that hydrogen ions in HCl are produced in the presence of water. So, presence of water is needed to produce the hydrogen ions, yes or no? The separation of H plus ion from HCl molecules cannot occur in the absence of water. If water is not there, the solution is not watery or aqueous. What happens? The formation of H plus ion is not done. HCl plus H2O gives out H3O plus Cl minus. H3O plus hydronium ion. H3O plus. This is known as hydronium ion. HCl plus H2O. Dilute HCl means what? What is mean by dilute HCl? HCl plus water. Dilute HCl. HCl plus water. Which hydronium ion is produced, and Cl minus. H3O plus, it is a cation, positively charged ion, and Cl is the anion, negatively charged ion. HCl plus H2O gives out H3O plus Cl minus. Hydrogen ions cannot exist alone, but they exist after combining with water molecules. Thus, hydrogen ions must always be shown as H plus aqueous or hydronium ion H3O plus. H plus plus H2O gives out H3O plus. We have seen that acids give H3O plus or H plus aqueous ion in water. Let us see that what happens when base is dissolved in water. Now here what we have taken, HCl has given. HCl has taken, it is acid, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid plus H2O gives out H3O plus Cl minus. We have seen now. Now we are going to see, we have base is there, okay? NaOH. In water, what it gives? Na plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous. Understood? Na plus OH minus. KOH. On adding water, what it gives? K plus plus OH minus. MgOH twice, Mg plus 2OH minus. Means base generate hydroxide ions in water. Acids generate hydrogen ions in water. Understood? Bases generate hydroxide ions in water. Bases which are soluble in water are called alkalis. The bases which are soluble or which dissolve, which are soluble in water, are called alkalis. And on dissolving, what they produce? OH minus ions in water. And what acids produce on dissolving in water? H plus ions. Understood? Now we are going, this much only we have to see, but by taking an activity the concept has cleared. Understood? All bases do not dissolve in water. All the bases dissolve in water? No. Some bases only they are soluble in water, and those bases are known as alkalis. All bases do not dissolve in water. An alkali is a base. An alkali is a base that dissolves in water. They are soapy to touch. Understood? The bases do not dissolve in water. An alkali is a base that dissolves in water. They are soapy to touch. How the alkalis are? They are soapy to touch, bitter and corrosive, irritate. They are corrosive, they are bitter, and they are soapy to touch. बुळबुळीत असतात. Never taste or touch them. Never touch them or never taste also, as they may cause harm. Which of the bases in the table 2.1 are alkalis? Just now I have told to you the bases which dissolves in water, they are alkalis. NaOH, KOH, MgOH twice. These are alkalis because they dissolve or soluble in water. Some bases dissolve soluble in water. Not more. Not many. All the bases they don't. Now as we have identified that all acids generate H plus aqueous and all bases generate OH minus aqueous, we can view the neutralization reaction as follows. What is neutralization reaction? When acid and bases react together to form salt and water, this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. What is neutralization? Neutralization means when acid and base react with each other to form salt and water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. H, X plus MOH, HX plus MOH gives out MX plus H2O, HHO. Understood? HOH it is written here. H plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous gives out H2O. H plus OH minus gives out H2O. Let us see that involved is what is involved when water is mixed with an acid or base. Now we are going to see here activity 2.10. Take 10 ml of water in the beaker. Add few drops of concentrated H2SO4 to it and swirl the beaker slowly. Touch the base of the beaker. Is there change in temperature? H2SO4. Add few drops of H2SO4, concentrated H2SO4 into 10 ml of water. What happens? Touch the base of the beaker. It is warm? Change in temperature. Is this an exothermic or endothermic process? Repeat the above activity with the sodium hydroxide pellets and record your observation. Warning sign displayed on containers containing concentrated acids and bases. This is the warning sign hai. What is this? Red colored triangle. This is warning sign displayed on the containers containing concentrated acids and bases. HNO3, HCl, H2SO4. On their containers, what is given? This warning sign is given, red colored triangle. This process of dissolving an acid or base in water is a highly exothermic one. Dissolving an acid or a base in water. It is exothermic. Exothermic means we get warmth. Yes or no? If you will touch the test tube, you feel warm. Care must be taken while mixing concentrated nitric acid or sulfuric acid with the water. Concentrated nitric acid and sulfuric acid with the water. The acid must always be added slowly to the water. Not water is added to the acid. What is acid? What is added? Acid slowly to the water with constant stirring. With constant drop by drop, you have to add some acid into the water with constant stirring. If water is added to the concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause harm or burns. Yes or no? So what should be added? Acid should be added into the water with constant stirring so that the mixture will not splash out and do not cause burns. The glass container may also break due to excessive local heating. Look out for the warning sign on the can of concentrated sulfuric acid and the bottle of sodium hydroxide pellets. Mixing an acid or a base with water results in decrease in the concentration ion H3O plus or OH minus per unit volume. Such a process is called as dilution.